Hello everyone. So in this video we will try to introduce you to the online learning management system of the PGIM, which we are using for the trainer training program as well. Now the idea of this video is basically give you an insight into how to log into the system, as well as how to navigate through various sections that are made available. So what you see at the moment in the screen is the PGIM learning management system, and this is the login screen. But first of all, we will see how we can get this login screen from your desktop. So what you do initially would be to open your browser. It can be the Google Chrome or Internet Explorer or whatever available in your system. Now once you open it, you will see your browser in your screen, and then you can either type the PGIM learning management system website or else search for it using the Google search. So the address for the learning management system is lms.pgim.cmb.ac.lk. so once you type the address and press the enter or the search button, you will get to this screen. So once you arrive at the login screen, you can see the login button appearing on the upper right hand corner of your screen. Now when you press on the login button, you will be taken to a screen where you can place your username and the password. Now if you check your emails during the workshop, we have sent you the usernames and the passwords, but that's a default username and password common to all the participants. So that means when you log in for the first time, you will be asked to change your password to a unique password. However, in my case it would not be the case. So I will type my username and the password and press the login button to enter into my account. And once you type the username and the login password and press the login button, the first screen that you see will be the dashboard. However, if you are logging for the first time, you will be taken to a different screen where you will be asked to change your password to a new password. So once you arrive at the dashboard, you can see that there are several boxes. On your left side you have the navigation box, which will allow you to go back and forth between different screens, and then in the middle you will have the course area, and in this case it's the course overview, and on the right side you will have several other boxes which lets you know who's online and so on. Now you will also be able to change your profile using your image or the test user, in this case, button on the right top right hand corner. Now there, when you click, you will be able to select this profile option, which will take you to a profile area. Now using this profile area, you can actually change the image that appears next to your name or next to your username. So I strongly suggest that you do that, because that will give a more personalized interaction during the sessions. Now in order to do that, you have to select edit profile option under the user details, and once you get the details, you can scroll down to the area where it says user picture, and at the user picture you can click and use this button here which says add to upload a file that can be used as your profile image. Now here in this case, if you want to upload a file, you have to first select this upload file option on your left side, and then using the choose file button you can browse your computer and select an image. In this case I will select the PGIM logo as my preferred image, and when you select it, it will show on next to the choose file button, and then you can say upload. Once uploaded, that image will appear in the box. So once you're done, you can update your profile. As you now see, next to the username, the image should appear. So once you're done with this, you can go back to your dashboard by clicking on the dashboard option on your left side. So from your dashboard you should be able to navigate into any course that you have been enrolled in within the PGIM's learning management system. However, for the moment you may only see the training of trainers program 2018 as you see in your screen. Now when you want to navigate into this program, you just have to click on the title of the training program. Now in some instances you might see messages appearing in this area, as in this case there is a message called there are new forum posts, and sometimes you might also see the names of the tutors or the online teachers if that facility has been enabled. Now in order to navigate into the training program, you have to click on the training of trainers program 2018, and then you will be transferred into the training TOT 2018 main program screen. So once you arrive inside your training program, in this case the training of trainers program of the Postgraduate Institute of Medicine, University of Colombo, you will continue to see the navigation pane on your left side, which will allow you to navigate back and forth between different pages, and then on the middle of the screen you will see the actual program content. The program will start off by giving a brief introduction as well as allowing you to view different sections related to the trainer training program. Afterwards you can see that the program has been structured in a way that it follows the same schedule that we had during the face-to-face training. So the session 1 is the role of a trainer, session 2 is the principles of medical education, session 3 is creating an effective learning environment, and so on. Now in each of these sessions you can see that it starts off with the learning outcome, the learning outcomes rather, and then you have a set of resources as well as set of activities. Most of the time it will be either 1 or 2 activities. Now in some sessions you might not have activities, as in the case of session 4 where it states that this session does not have any online activities. Now if you take a look at a single session, say for instance the first session, you may have several types of resources. Now we have converted most of the resources that we have uploaded into PDF format. Now you will notice that the slides that we use, the PowerPoint slides, have also been converted into PDFs, and when you click on the resource named as the slide deck roles of trainer, you will get the PowerPoint presentations that we had for the face-to-face session. So once you get this screen, you can navigate up and down to go through your PowerPoint presentation. You can use the left arrow of the browser to go back to your main screen. Now apart from the PowerPoint, we have in this case added several other resources as well. For instance, with regard to role of a trainer, we thought it's important for you to kind of get an idea about the Academy of Medical Educators framework. the information that's in the EMEA guide number 20, and also some relevant sections within the general regulations and guidelines of the PGIM. It's strongly recommended that you go through this material and gather as much information as possible among relevant sections. Now, with regard to the activity, for session 1 we have an activity where you are expected to fill up a Google form. So when you click on the activity, you will be taken to a different screen where will be shown a form which asks you to which gives you certain instructions as well as some information for you to complete this activity. Now in this case, there is a literature section where it displays 12 roles of a medical teacher identified and asks you to prioritize 5 roles that the PG trainer is expected to play according to your opinion. So once you make those choices, then you can submit this form and complete the activity. So when all participants have submitted these their responses, you will be able to see how they have selected, whether you are aligned with the others, and so on. So once you're done with an activity, you can always use this horizontal bar where you have different sections that you have so far gone into. So if you want to go back to your dashboard, there is a dashboard option, and if you want to go back to your main program section, you can click on the TOT 2018. Let us now move on to a different type of activity. Now in session 2, you can see that we have included 2 quizzes on Bloom's taxonomy and constructive alignment. Now when you click on one of these quizzes, you'll be taken to a different screen where it will give you some instructions if available and provide you with a button for you to start the quiz. So when you click on the attempt quiz now, you will be taken to the first question. Now as you can see, this quiz has only 3 questions. Now when you arrive at each of the questions, please read the instructions and do whatever is requested you to do. Now in this instance, you have to select 1 out of the 4 options that are given. Now once you complete that particular question, you can move to the next by clicking on this button. So once you complete all your questions, you will be asked to submit your answers to finalize. So in order for the system to assess whether you have done it correctly or wrong, you have to finalize by pressing the submit all button. Now once you are done with that, you can move back to your main program section by pressing the TOT 2018 option in your horizontal navigation bar. A different type of activity that we have in our online platform is the discussion threads. Now for example, in session 3, you can see that in the activity section there is a discussion on are we providing the right learning environment to our trainees. Now when you see a discussion icon, when you click on it, you will be taken to a different screen where it will provide you with additional information that is useful for that particular discussion. So you can go through the instructions and the information given and then form your opinion about the particular issue that is under discussion and make a post accordingly. Now in this case, as you scroll down, you will see that I have already made a discussion thread. Now what you need to do is do not create a new discussion thread, but please reply to the same discussion thread that I have posted. So when you want to post your opinion, you click on the discussion thread that I have created and you will be taken to your you'll be taken to this discussion thread screen. Now at the moment no one has posted comments or responses to the initial post that I have made. So if you are the first, you will see this reply button appearing here, and you can click on it and go to the message form. Now in the message form you will see a subject appearing on top, and then the message area where you can place your opinion or your answer to the particular question being raised. So in this instance I'll just type a sample answer saying this is a reply to the initial post. So once you're done with a significant reply, you can scroll down and press on the post to forum button. So once you press on it, it will give you an indication as to whether it has been posted or not, and it will show you the discussion thread where now you have two posts, the post initially made by me and the reply post. Now when you log into the discussion thread, discussion forum, you might see several posts being made by the other participants. So in that instance you can choose to either reply to my original post or to the posts made by the other participants. But I encourage you to do that both to posting your opinion to the initial question post by me, as well as replying to the others if you find anything new to add, or if you are in agreement or in disagreement to the posts made by the others. At the same time, the tutors or the resource persons who participated during the face-to-face session might also chip in by making their own posts. So once you're done with your posts, you can navigate back to your main screen by pressing on the TOT 2018 button. Now as you scroll down the program, when you reach session 5, you will find a different type of activity. Now this is about the planning and organizing an effective teaching session, and the focus was on micro teaching, as you can remember. Now there are two resources for you to read the slide deck that we used, as well as a reading on learning in small groups. At the same time, we have included an activity where you can plan a micro teaching session. Now in this case, when you click on this, you will be taken into a screen where it describes what you need to do. So once you read the instructions, you can attempt the quiz. Now although this is called a quiz, this is an essay type of quiz where you will be given separate areas for you to type different sections related to your micro teaching session. Now for instance, in the initial text box, you are expected to type your outcome that was chosen for your micro teaching session. Thereafter you are expected to describe how you are going to organize your session in terms of the environment aspect of a micro teaching session, and so on. So as with any other quiz, you can press the next button to continue to the next set of text boxes, and once done you can submit your answer for evaluation. And in this case one of the resource persons will go through it and provide you with a comment on your micro teaching activity. So once you are done, you can navigate back to your main program by pressing the TOT 2018 option. Now as you scroll further down, you will also see that some of the sessions are not yet accessible to you, especially the session 6 onwards, which were done during the second day. Now as you move through your first few sessions, these sessions will also get activated and you will be able to complete those as well. Now the idea is to complete all these sessions within the next 2 weeks. So that would mean that during this period, the online discussion forums will also be contributed by the resource persons, as well as your essay submissions will be given feedback. However, after the 2 weeks, this might not take place. Nevertheless, you will continue to have access to the online learning platform, and that would mean that you will be able to access the reading material as well as the activities throughout. And if you have any technical issues with regard to accessing and navigating through the Moodle platform, you may contact the Medical Education Resource Center of the PGIM and obtain any necessary technical assistance. So good luck, and thank you for being part of this training activity.